And welcome back, everybody, to another week of the Rak'Shir Team League Season 1 Division 1 Playoffs. I'm, of course, your host, Light VIP, and with me is the lovely, the beautiful, the infamous casting jersey herself. Welcome, Kuro.
Hello there. It is I, once again.
Hello, welcome, Kuro. Welcome. I know you've been joining me pretty frequently when it comes to these tournaments, when it comes to these broadcasts of the Rak'Shir Team League. And this week is an exciting week because we made it to the playoffs.
We did, and we are facing a very strong team on our very first match in the playoffs.
Oh boy, exactly. We are going up against Team Super in a best-of-7 series, and you can hear the beeps. The players want to just dive straight into it. I was a little bit worried. I was just trying to grab everyone and get the lobby set up. We can go over the player pool soon, TM, after this, but for the time being, we are diving straight on in with the debut of a brand new CranKy Duckling.
Yes, indeed. For those who have missed the announcement, we do have a new player on our team, and we will be seeing him in this match. But for now, we are here in the bottom left corner of Inside and Out, and we are looking at the Team Super player representing Korea. It is Chance.
And spawning in the top right hand corner of Inside and Out, we have the brand new CranKy Duckling. He was always a duckling, to be fair, so it's only fitting that he would join our team, the American Terran. He is yellow, representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is Dolan.
I mean, let's be real, when you get an offer from a Dolan duck, like,
you can't refuse.
you know, that's a pretty good sell there.
It is. Again, for those who are unfamiliar, we announced it a day ago. I guess just over a day ago. Oh my god, not too long ago, we announced a brand new player to our pro roster. That is, of course, Dolan, the Dolan Duck himself. You know, relatively, I don't know how I want to say. He's been around for a long time. He's been competing for a long time, and he wants to keep on going. He wants to progress even further. And this is a bit of an interesting match here as he goes up against his old team.
Yeah, he goes against Team Super, and Chance is also a fairly regular player on our channel, as he does play in our weekly tournaments, so we have seen him quite a few times.
Oh yeah, exactly. Chance is a regular in Sparkling Tuna Cup. He's a Sparkling Tuna Cup champion as well. So Team Super, they didn't pull their punches. Again, they are fielding some of the best, if not their very best players on their entire team. Oh boy, so this is going to be a bit of a rough one. It isn't going to be easy. I'd be shocked if it's a 4-0 either way. Meanwhile, we just see a probe sneaking into the main base. Unfortunately, the Marine was a little bit slow there to respond. This probe gets a full scout of the main.
Yes, it does, and it did scout the other parts of the map as well, from what I've seen. So Chance is sure that nothing weird is going on here. He does lose that probe, which is unfortunate, but we can live with that.
Yeah, the probe goes down. Meanwhile, we also saw an SCV scout across the map just to confirm that, okay, the natural was taken, the pylons were back at home. Unfortunately, unable to see the tech with the first SCV, but everything is fine for the time being. Meanwhile, a bit of an interesting turn of events here. We see a Reaper and Hellions coming out for our Duckling. It looks like is going to be able to spot this, though, as, is the Knight entering to the main, but does see the add-on swap, does see the reactor on the factories.
Yeah, and may actually be able to get a deny here. He does deny the depot, but I don't know if he can deny this command center.
Oh god, it looks like the Adept's gonna go down. That SCV barely survived. I mean, he did get 2 SCVs, don't get me wrong, so the Adept did kind of pay for itself. It also saw the Hellions, so, you know, the Adept is able to confirm that at least as well, knowing that with this kind of build, with this kind of opener, with the mass amount of Hellions, Dolan is going to be looking to dive into a mineral line.
Yes, indeed. An interesting choice. Chance is opting to go for a Phoenix from that. So I guess, you know, picking up Hellions could work, but Interesting way to respond to that.
Yeah, I mean, it was a Stargate opener, to be fair. I believe the Stargate opener
Yeah.
hasn't been scouted yet. It hasn't, as the Reaper and Hellions are only going in now. The wall is indeed a wall, but for how much longer? Oh, it looks like the Phoenixes are going to be helping out, but they're Hellions, they get in.
Yeah, they just get straight in. They look at the natural. There's not many workers there, so they go straight to the main, and they will start burning probes.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like not too many probes are going to be going down, 3 in total, but at least a little bit of havoc is wreaked. At least the Phoenixes have been scattered. That's probably the most important part here for Dolan. Looks like he may get a couple more probe kills. It looks like there isn't enough energy left on these Phoenixes, but again, all this energy is being used to defend and not to harass the mineral line across the map.
Yeah, I mean, the shield batteries definitely help. Like, all of the mineral line is in range, so not a lot of probes are taking a lot of damage, and this is now cleaned by chance. But as you said, Dolan now has all the information he needs.
Exactly, and that's why back at home he has started his Cyclone. He's got his Marines in position as well. Cyclone also getting a bit of a lock on, taking away some of the shields of one of our Phoenixes. So again, these Phoenixes are going to have a harder time dealing damage. Not impossible, don't get me wrong, they can still find some SCVs, but Dolan is at least aware and he's prepared.
Indeed. But the Phoenixes are now here, and there is no anti-air here, so a lot of SCVs may fall down. There are 2 Marines coming to help, and they scare off the Phoenixes, but that was very close to getting a lot of damage.
Yo, man with gun is terrifying. Okay, 2 Marines. I mean, that's that's all you need, papi. Oh my god. Meanwhile, Phoenixes are still trying to find some damage. They have to be careful. Another lock-on is going to be able to shoo one of them away. Chance behind this. Bear this in mind. He's throwing down 2 more gateways. Charge is on the way. We don't have any additional gases here at the 3rd base, and he's setting up a bit of a proxy pylon, so looking to be a little bit aggressive. I say a little bit because it does look like Chance wants to still take that 3rd.
Yeah, still getting that 1 more Phoenix, so not completely done on the Phoenix production. So that will be the total of 6, I believe, which is quite a force. But now Dolan is moving out.
Oh, this is an important catch here. The gateway goes down. I was a little bit scared because Charge is about to finish in a couple of seconds, and Phoenix is diving in to pick up these Cyclones, and Charge Ult's rushing in. That could have been the end of the game then and there, especially because we don't have any bunkers. But with the death of that gateway, it means that Chance is going to have a harder time being aggressive. Dolan has been able to hold on here, but does lose 3 more SCVs.
Yes, he does. And he does not have a 3rd base coming yet, which is a little bit concerning.
Yeah, instead a couple more production buildings have been thrown down instead. At least for now, Stim is still on the horizon, but once all these upgrades finish, then I'm going to be a little bit more safe, and I feel like a little bit more confidence in Dolan. He's just waiting for those upgrades, specifically waiting for Stim as well. Meanwhile, the Phoenixes dip into the main. Ooh, pick up a couple more of those workers, even get a Widow Mine.
Yeah, they just sniped the Widow Mine straight up. I mean, they were quite bunched up, so if it actually did fire, that could be a lot of damage, but they do pick it up in time.
Yeah, they do. And now Dolan's going to have to make a choice pretty soon. Is he going to throw down a couple more Raxes behind this, or are we going to see that 3rd TC? Like, he is still committed to this 2-base play, and he does have a pretty large army, all things considered. We don't have very much splash damage at all to work with, but we do have a lot of charge ults, and it looks like that splash damage is going to be in the form of Archons.
Yeah, and it looks like Dolan is getting concussive shells as well, which will definitely be helpful with all of these Zealots. And as you said, man with gun is pretty scary.
It can be pretty scary. The other interesting thing is that we do have a Raven as well. With this Raven, we can either disable, or more importantly, especially on all these charge outs, we can get an anti-armor missile. Meanwhile, it's the job of these Phoenixes to try and get the Raven, but no, they do not.
Yeah, half of the Phoenix army is actually falling to the Marines, and they do not snipe any of the air units. They're trying to dive again, but now there's only 3 of them.
Not gonna lie, part of me wants like a mule to help repair. Like this Raven, the Raven has so much value, and it's gonna be so dangerous if it does get sniped. Meanwhile, here we go, the Raven leads the charge. We have the anti-armor missile on the majority of these Zealots.
Yeah, but the army of Chance is split, and part of it from the 3rd is now collapsing on the army.
Yes, it is, but a Widowmine shots are going to be going off. Meanwhile, there are only a handful of Zealots remaining. 1 Archon does go down. Is there enough fire here to contend with the Chargers? It looks like there is.
There is. They find a nice choke point, and yeah, I think Dolan will be able to take this fight.
Yeah, he will for the time being, but we have a couple more reinforcements, and it looks like a lot of the staying power is no longer here. Thankfully, Dolan behind this is taking a third CC, so he's not all in by any means. He did trade reasonably well. He killed 2 Archons, killed a lot of Chargelets, but unfortunately, he doesn't break any of these bases.
He does not, but it's still a threat that chances to keep in mind, so he's at least keeping him on this side of the map. Accidentally killing some probes as well, it seems like.
Yeah, a bit of a misrally there by chance, so a couple more workers are going to be going down. All the Phoenixes are going to get cleaned up as well. With the power of this Archon, it looks like there may just barely be enough here for a chance. I don't know, I'm speaking a little bit too soon. Man with gun, Kuro.
Yeah, man with gun. They're pretty good. Pretty good. And there's more man with gun coming, and actually, like, as time goes on, like, Dolan is just patiently, like, you know, wearing off the Protoss army.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Chance is trickling in a little bit too much. The shield battery goes down, the overcharge is gone, and it looks like the third base has been broken. GG gets called, and Dolan takes the first game.
What a debut.
GG. I see someone in the chat. Fala galera, papi. The ZergLord chilling there. We'll see him later on as well. But Dolan does take the first game. I was sweating a little bit. I was really concerned there, especially when it came to the Raven and whether or not it was going to get sniped. In the end, it didn't, thankfully, and it did end up getting that anti-armor missiles, which was pretty important. It got a lot of units.
Yeah. I mean, essentially half of the army of Chance was just not being able to be used in the battle, and it looked very close when after that initial fight with Dolan on this side of the map. But he just stuck to the plan, and like the Marines just stayed there and they just kept the front while all the reinforcements were able to join in, and that was just enough to take the position.
Oh yeah, exactly. And to be honest, like that fight would have gone completely different if those Phoenixes did end up catching that Raven. If, to be fair, if half of the Phoenixes didn't die in the middle of the map. If you remember, there was a pretty important moment there when that happened. Yeah,
like Chance just dove in on those air units. Like he damaged the medivacs as well, but he didn't get any of them. He lost a lot of Phoenixes for it. So that was also important for the battle ahead.
Oh yeah. Very important, very clutch there, but in the end, we are going to be taking a little bit of a lead in this series, but only a little bit of a lead because now Chance has chosen his second map, and map number 2 is going to be on Data C.
That rhymed.
I
realized. Every time there's something rhyming in the cast, I'm like, did you do that intentionally? Was that a thing?
Oh god, it wasn't intentional, but it happened anyway, and we are going to be getting ready. I'm going to quickly try and adjust this here on the screen as well. Oh boy, Data under the sea. Beautiful lobby has been made. We are dragging everyone in here.
Oh yeah, right. So is it data or is it data?
I think it's data. We spoke about this.
Is it?
Yeah.
But I thought Asher said it was data.
Ah.
I mean, like, you're both native English speakers. I don't know what to do with this information.
I don't know, man. I'm not Aussie, or I don't know how it works. Oh god.
Yes, you are.
All right, here we go. We are going to be getting ready here, diving into game number 2. Again, after this game, I will reveal what the rest of the matchups are going to be looking like. Just keeping that hidden for the time being. We didn't have enough time to really talk and go through the entire best of 7 series. But game 2, we're going in.
Yes, we are. And we're going under the sea on Data C. I like Data more, I think. But anyway, we are now here loaded into once again the left side of the map, and this time we are looking at the base of the duckling, of the CranKy Duckling, representing the United States, the Yellow Terran. It is Dolan, also known as Dolan Duck.
And spawning in the top right hand corner of Data Under the Sea, we have the South Korean Protoss player representing Team Super. It is Chance. Here with his second chance against Dolan. As a reminder to everyone, It's overall a best of 7 between our teams, but between the players, it's a best of 2. Let's go.
Right, that was not good. No.
Look here, right
I
next to,
vetoed that pan.
right next to the fishies. Dolan is going for proxy Raxes. He's going for 3 Raxes, Kuro.
Oh boy, and the first one is actually at home, so it looks fairly normal to the scout, I would assume, as long as it doesn't go deeper in.
Oh, yeah.
But little does Chance know, there is something on the map.
Yeah, this is terrifying, but you know what? Chance doesn't care. Why? Because he is going for his own proxy.
Oh no. What is this? Proxy versus proxy?
Yes, so we're going to see a proxy Stargate against proxy 3 Rax, and I want to say the 3 Rax is going to win. I say that only because I feel like these Raxes are going to hit faster. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. Chance has to wait for his Cybercore to finish before he can throw down the Stargate.
I mean, that's one thing of it, but like the other thing is that because Dolan has that 1 Rax at home, like it's still possible he can make some defense.
It is possible. Here we go. Dolan, he goes across the map. He sees the Zealot, which is very sus. By the way, you should never see Zealot coming out. He confirms, hold on, there's only 1 gate at home. Both gases have been taken. Dolan is now aware that there should be either a proxy Robo or a proxy Stargate.
Yeah, but what does he do with that information exactly? He's making a bunker at home, which definitely will be useful, although I'm not sure if it's gonna defend him from a Stargate in this position.
That's the thing. He's gambling right now. He's assuming that it's going to be a ground-based proxy, whether it's going to be, Zealots, whether it's going to be Immortals as well because of a Robo.
I mean, the Zealot is coming.
True. This Zealot is going to be dealt with, don't get me wrong, but again, the Stargate is going to go unhindered. Here we go. We have to go as soon as possible. The Marines are about to rock up, and they're going to find the natural, but we can't waste our time in the natural. We got to go into the main, and we got to try and wreak as much havoc as we can.
Yeah, and I think Dolan is doing exactly that, going straight into the main base. And he's actually putting the bunkers right there.
Yeah, the bunker is thrown down. We have an Adept at home to defend, though. The Marines, they have to be so careful. They cannot get surrounded. If they do, that's going to be the end of this push. Probes are falling left and right. More Marines are trickling on in. The Oracle is about to pop out across the map.
Yeah, but that is a lot of probe process on Chance's side of the map, and that Adept may go down as well, while there are still 4 Marines and the bunker is almost ready.
Yeah, we have a recall back home. The Oracle returns. That means Dolan has nothing to worry about across the map. The Oracle is going to clean everything up, but the bunker finishes. Unfortunately, there's nothing left to go inside.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the bunker finishes, but there are just SCVs there. I mean, I guess the SCVs can hide.
We have 2 Marines. They could try and go on a mission to dive in, but no, it looks like we are going to have the salvage in the end. But you know what? We have more Marines coming across the map. The boys are being pulled. Where's Yaku?
The boys are coming. All of them are.
The boys are coming. The Zealot's trying to do what he can, but you know what? More Marines are about to rock up as well. What's important, that Oracle from earlier is now out of energy. It used all its energy to defend. We have another Oracle on the way, but we just saw a recall. It has to run all the way back home.
Yeah, and the man with Gunner Order here, they are distracted with that Adept, which is not ideal, I will say, but yeah, there's not a lot of defense left for Chance. He's making the shield batteries right now, but they are not ready. Yeah,
but you know what? One shield battery is going to finish up soon. He's trying to wall off his opponent, and we will have an overcharge in the main.
That we will, but maybe, yeah, the shield battery is focused, so now the shield batteries are out, the workers are fighting workers, while the Marines are dealing with the Oracles.
Wow, the target fire is insane. Both Oracles go down, the Marines are going down, sorry, the SCVs, probes are going down. GG, Dolan, 2-0's Chance.
Once again, what a debut. that's one way to like, show up for the team, right?
Oh my god. GG, well played, Dolan. He does it for the Ducklings in his debut match, in his first time representing the CranKy Ducklings. He comes out and he 2-0's Chance, his old teammate.
Yeah, very nicely done from Dolan. Like, I would say, those were just very solid games from him. Like, he knew exactly what he needs to do, and he just executed it. It doesn't mean like everything worked out, but like it didn't seem like at any point like he was like panicking and like changing plan. No, like this was his plan and that's what he executed.
Yeah, Yeah, that was his plan. Very well executed. At the same time, both players kind of rolled the dice, right? Like Chance
They
went
did.
for his own proxy, and again, unfortunately, Proxy Oracle does hit later, so it was in a way a build order loss. I say in a way because Chance was still, fighting his heart out. He was trying to get his shoe batteries up and running. Like, he was able to recall, he was able to crank out a couple of units. Like, he was still able to hold on a little bit against the first wave, but it's the second wave. It's the boys being pulled. That is what closed the deal there for Dolan.
Yes, it did. And while we were casting this beautiful series, a quick shout out to another team member, Vindicta, for subscribing to Ducklings for 5 months, paying his own salary, I guess.
Ay. Thank you so much, Vindicta, for the sub. We will be seeing Vindicta later on today because now is a good opportunity to switch the scenes over and we can all see the matchups that are going to be played out today.
Yes, indeed. And we will have some very interesting ones. As we mentioned, Vindicta will be featured there versus a player he has faced quite a few times recently in Trigger. While the other match we have ready is the great Brazil derby of TheZergLord and Erik.
Oh yeah. Erik versus TheZergLord. Ay. It's going to be insane.
Dolan posted Dolan Duck in the chat.
The Dolan Duck is there. Oh god.
Oh, this reminds me. I have to VIP Dolan. Hold on.
True.
He literally joined the team yesterday, so just making sure we don't miss anything.
Oh yeah. Oh god. Make sure everything is set up for our players, but yes, we are also going to be setting up here as well. A bit of a treat. I almost never get to make the server on Brazil, not gonna lie.
Oh, true. I didn't even think about that. That is something that rarely happens, but here it does. Okay, good.
Oh boy. Yeah, here we go. We're just going to be setting on up here again. Dolan with a very nice start here against Chance. As I should also update this as well. There we go. No more TBDs. But yes, for those wondering, in Brazil, it is currently Father's Day. For all the Brazilian people out there, yes. So because of that, our players requested to be to have their matches a little bit sooner. So that they can go and say hello to their fathers and give them some love and celebrate a little bit.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that. In Poland, Father's Day is in June.
Yeah. Father's Day is in a different time as well for us. Oh god, but yeah, it is today in Brazil. So we're gonna allow both of our Brazilian opponents and players to compete now while they have the time. So we're gonna be saving Vindicta versus Trigger for a little bit later on. But again, massive shout out to our boys in the chat. Oh my god, already a great start. But we'll see how things will continue.
I mean, yeah, the Ducklings are currently up 2-0. But let's calm down for now.
Go,
or maybe let's not calm down, as we have our Red Zerg player representing the Ducklings, being himself as always. It is Erik.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Stargazers, we have the Brazilian Zerg player himself representing Team Super. It is TheZergLord. Getting 12 pulled.
Yep.
Wait, sorry. My apologies. If I'm not mistaken, was this a 12-11? It was.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a 12-11, yes.
Oh my god.
Not even 13-12, a 12-11, straight up. There was no drone being made.
I haven't seen a 12-11 in a long time, in a good couple of months, so let's go. I mean, this is a good map to do it on. The rush distance by ground is relatively short. And you know what? The TheZergLord just went for a hatch first opener. So this is the ideal scenario here for Erik. And there's going to be a little bit of time before the TheZergLord can really catch wind to what's going on.
I mean, it's going to be a while, but the Zerglings are already on the way, so he will see them soon enough. And yeah. I mean, as I said, like, Erik, this is just Erik's element. Erik is, I wouldn't call him necessarily a cheesy player, but like he likes his aggression, okay?
Oh yeah.
Like he will get offensive if you give him the chance.
Yes, he is all about the aggression, and this is Giga all-in, by the way. Ling's speed is already done. Oh, sorry, it's already on the way. We have continued gas production as well to go into a Baneling Nest as soon as that is done as well. Lings are about to rock up, and again, their goal here is not just to take down this base, but it's also to continue on and just end the game and end the ZergLord's life.
Oh my, that's dramatic.
Oh my god. He's crazy. The ZergLord just took for a proxy hatch, by the way.
I know that they are fighting for the title of the best Brazilian Zerg, but we don't have to get this dramatic.
Oh my god, here we go. All the boys are being pulled right now, which I think is a little bit of a mistake. I think the ZergLord should be giving up this space, but we'll see how good his defense is going to be. Again, this is only the first wave of aggression. Baneling Nest is about to finish up in a couple of seconds, then Banelings can be morphed in to help continue on.
Yeah, I mean, the Zergo is buying time as his Zerglings are about to pop, and now the drones are going back to... actually, no, he's sticking here.
He's sticking here, meanwhile Banelings are being morphed in. Oh, the Lings almost get fully surrounded here for Erik. He has to be so careful. He also doesn't want to show his hand, but there we go. The Banelings have been revealed.
Yeah, they are very close to being finished as the Zerglings are still on top of them.
Oh, exactly. One Baneling does go off. There's only one more remaining. The Queen is now out. Is this going to be enough here? Erik is running out of steam.
He is, but he does damage quite a few drones there. But yeah, the two Queens will be able to hold this for now, I think.
Yeah, exactly. We do see that the ZergLord did lose 4 workers, and we're kind of close to even when it comes to that worker count, but Erik is still all in. He's 100% all in. He has to try and end the game from here on out. And the scary thing is, we have a 3rd Queen about to pop.
Yeah, I mean, this hatchery is very low, and, there was a lot of lost mining time, I guess, but yeah, Erik will have to really try hard to, break this defense.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the goal here is, for the ZergLord, he has to target fire these Banelings, and I'm sure he definitely can here. I don't know if we have enough Lings. The 3 Queens are revealed. Erik, he's going to have to bank up a little bit more. He's trying to rally as many Lings as he can. Is it going to be enough, though? Is it going to be enough to be able to break on through? I mean, the ZergLord has a 4th Queen on the way.
Yeah, the good news is the ZergLord does not go into the Baneling Nest, so if his Lings running in the wrong... Oh, now he does. But all these Queens are a very big threat.
Oh, and actually Erik decides to bypass all the Queens. He goes straight into the main base instead, and he's going to get a lot of drone kills.
Yeah, that's good. There's still one Baneling left in case the Zerglings come in, and the Queens there's actually no creep between main and natural, so they take a while to get here.
And you know what? He just bypasses the Queens again, and he goes to the natural like the Queens. They just can't keep up. Drones are falling left and right.
Yeah, now that the Queens are separated, the Lings are trying to focus them, but they can't quite kill them, so they go for the hatchery instead.
Oh my god, and he's gonna get it. The hatchery is gonna go down somehow, some way. Erik has found the damage. GG gets called, and Erik takes game 1.
That was on the knife's edge. that was so close.
That was crazy. Oh my god, I didn't think there was gonna be a way, but I love how, if I was playing, I would have just tried to just brute force my way through the Queens, but no, he just runs past everything, goes into the main, and because there's no creep connecting the bases, the Queens are stuck between a rock and a hard place. They're trying to to traverse between the bases that they can't. That was insane.
Yeah, we need someone to bring back that copy pasta about Crimson, I believe, about how he doesn't connect the main to the natural.
Yeah.
And how he died because of that. Yeah. Someone bring that back.
Oh my god. I am in shock. I'm in awe.
It's great. Well, you can't fight the Queens, so how about you don't?
Yeah, just don't fight them. Just run past them, forehead.
I mean, that's what Zerglings are good at, right? And because the Banelings were there, the Zergo was very careful about how he split his forces, so there was no solid wall or anything. So we just ran in.
Yeah, they just ran in.
We are getting our next map currently set up.
Yeah,
it is the Zergo speed because those best of 2 series. So the first map is already set on the bracket, and the second map of the series is picked by the loser.
Yes, it is. just letting them know what's left. Beautiful, beautiful. So we have 3 maps remaining: Tropical Sacrifice, Waterfall, and Cosmic Sapphire. And it looks like the ZergLord has picked Cosmic Sapphire.
Yeah. The important thing is that even though like those are like separate best of 2s, like the maps cannot repeat in the whole team series. So the choice is a bit limited.
Yes, they are limited indeed. Oh, so I just quickly set up the maps here. There we go. Just making sure we're all on the same page. Lobby is being made. Oh my god. And yeah, we'll see how where the series takes us. We'll see if Erik goes for another 12 pool. Or sorry, he went for a 12-11 to be fair last game. But this could be a short best of 7.
I mean, you said it is Father's Day, so what I imagine is like the father of Erik is literally in the door and it's like, yeah, are you winning, son? Are we going? It's literally the meme.
Yep, literally the meme. Let us go. I see the dichotomy of what happened. Like Vindicta, just like me, he was like, Monka S, mate, there's no way, there's a wall of queens, how is he gonna get through? Then suddenly Pog, Erik, Craigasm, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, how is it gonna like it's just gonna go?
Crazy.
How about just go? You know, Erik does not have fear, you know. And as we speak about this player here, we have the Red Zerg representing Brazil and the CranKy Ducklings, the fearless man himself. It is Erik.
And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Cosmic Sapphire, we have the Brazilian Zerg player, the other Brazilian Zerg representing Team Super. It is TheZergLord.
I just came up with a dumb line. Do you want to hear it?
Go for it.
The F in Erik stands for fear.
That's really good.
You're welcome.
The F in Erik stands for fear. He has no fear, Kuro. He has no fear. Ah!
I just thought about the Erik copy pasta about the kangaroo, and
Yeah.
that just came to my mind. We need to like incorporate it as part of the copy pasta. Like this is what it stands for, and the F stands for fear.
Beautiful. Oh my god. Well, as we get into the swing of things, we did have another interesting opener from Erik. He also went for a pool first. He went pool, gas, and then hatch. Pretty interesting. I believe it was a 15 pool because he went for an extractor trick. And typically when we see a pool first, it is typically a safe, like more of a safety thing. But because it was a 15 pool, I guess you can be that much more aggressive. And with these lings, if the ZergLord isn't too careful, then he could end up losing a couple of workers.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like after the last game, the ZergLord will be much more careful because he's like, okay, this is how we're doing this. But his pool is only just finishing, so we'll see what Erik can get.
Yeah, there were a couple of things that just happened. One, the ZergLord didn't see the lings. He only just now sees the lings and the pool timing, so he knows about the pool first. He himself went for a hatch gas pool opener, and there we go. He's playing it safe. He does rotate and rally his natural drones into his main. He wants to make sure everything is kept safe and sound. Oh, so respecting the opener of Erik.
Okay, so like, can you explain to me? Oh, almost getting those links. What is the idea behind the pool in this place in ZVZ?
It's to stop spine rushing.
Ah.
Yeah. So he also recognizes that Erik can be aggressive, and if spines were about to rock up, then that could have been an issue. But the ZergLord was covering that. Meanwhile, more lings rock up. Can they get one more drone kill? It looks like they will not.
Yeah, they do get a few Zerglings though, which is always nice to just dwindle the numbers a little bit. But now that the queens are out, I think Erik will not transition. Erik will make more lings.
I love this, by the way. Erik, his drone count is it's relatively healthy, comparable to that of the ZergLord. But as you were saying, as you were saying, there's more lings on the way. No Baneliness, by the way, just pure ling. And oh my god, the lings of the ZergLord just end up falling, as well as that creep tumor.
Yeah, and the Zerglings of Erik get in, they get a nice scout to see what the situation is. Oh, they even get a drone.
They get that drone that survived from earlier. The rest of the Lings are here as well. Banelings are being morphed in, but in the main, not in the natural, so another drone is going to go down.
Yeah, but now the queens are protecting the ramp, and oops, actually Erik jumps the Banelings, but now the Link reinforcements are here.
Yeah, the aggression from Erik is now ending. Oh, he's going to lose all of his Lings, which is dangerous because that is going to trigger a counterattack here from the TheZergLord. He's going to be keeping his Banelings at home, aware that he's vulnerable to a run by, and across the map, Erik goes for a full wall off.
Yes, indeed. These things will not find any damage thanks to that, and the Roach Warren is now on the way. Together with Lair! And all 4 gases.
Oh yeah, we are going into a 2-base all-in. So now we see why Erik was a little bit, he didn't really care too much about his Lings that were across the map. He was okay with all of them dying. Maybe he could have gotten a little bit more value out of them, but he's going for that all-in. We'll see what kind of all-in though. Like from here, we can go into 2-base Muta, we can go into 2-base Nidus, or 2-base just Speed Roaches.
Yeah, but would you need 4 gases for Speed Roaches though?
No, show us the Spire, bud. Show us the Spire!
There it is. He still gets road speed though, but that may be a trick because the links of the TheZergLords are still there.
100%, 100%. So we are seeing 2-base Muta coming out from Erik, and he did start Roach speed, and that is seen by the TheZergLord, by the way. So now he believes that a Roach push is going to be coming.
Do you think he will have to finish the speed?
No.
Because the links are not leaving.
He's going to be very careful about when he cancels speed. That's the thing. Meanwhile, 3 Roaches is going to be in production as well. So this is also going to sell the story, revealing Roaches to the TheZergLord. Erik is trying to weave this tale, this kind of web of deceit. Or is it deceit? That's kind of the big question, as yeah, the Roaches are actually going to start working on this Evo chamber. Lings are behind this as well to flood across the map. I don't know if Erik even wants to cancel Roach speed. We'll see kind of where he takes us.
I mean, I think he's just gonna like show the few Roaches, but like the bulk of the army is gonna be Zerglings really. I mean, he's getting those melee attacks.
This is dangerous though because the Roaches move away and the Lings are going across map. They do not get spotted. I believe they just barely get missed here by this Overseer.
Yeah, they get completely dodged and they go around all the overlords except this one right in front of the 3rd base.
Yeah, exactly. The Lings are here. There are Banelings to defend those, so I mean, the TheZergLord should have plenty. Yeah, he will be able to swat this away for the time being. Meanwhile, the Overseer gets into the main base and he does see the Spire.
Yeah, that he does, but the Mutas are already in production and the TheZergLord uses that as a signal to go to the other side of the map, and he fights the Roaches of Erik in the middle.
Yeah, the Roaches do get caught out. The Lings of Erik are going to try and get a bit of a surround, and they will get a little bit of value here, especially because, oh, never mind, +1 melee is going to finish up after the Lings get cleaned up.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. And the Mutas are now there to defend from the Roaches, but Mutas are not ideal to fight them. But with these numbers, they should be able to do just enough.
We are going to need a cancel here, puppy. No, he keeps it alive just barely. He doesn't need to cancel. Not yet. The TheZergLord can always rotate around, back around, and come back with those Lings. Every single Roach is going to get cleaned up. Somehow, some way, Erik holds onto his base, but the Lings, they get in.
Right, what did I say? No fear. There's absolutely no fear on this side of the map.
No fear. How did he not cancel that 3rd, by the way? He's crazy. Oh my god. Meanwhile, the Lings, they are back with a vengeance, but the Mutas are going to come on in anyway, and again, Erik is going to hold on to it.
Yes, he will. This is so funny, actually. He really has no fear. Like that's what we say a lot of times. Like we have fielded Erik before as an ace player because we know that like he doesn't get stressed out by these tense situations. Like he lives in them.
Maybe he should though, because we have a massive Ling run by. This one will kill the 3rd base. Meanwhile, the Mutas are across the map. Where are the spores? Who needs spores when you have Hydras? 4 Hydras pop out just in time. Are they going to be enough here with Transfuse? Maybe with the reinforcements. I don't know if Erik should be sticking around.
I mean, the Mutas managed to deal with the Hydras that were there, but yeah, his own base is not in a great shape, and these Queens are still standing strong.
Yeah, the Queens are still standing strong. He's trying to trade as best he can with the Hydras, but again, the Hydras are coming out one after the other, and they are dealing with these Mutas. Meanwhile, back at home, it looks like Erik has been able to clean everything up, but he is a little bit behind when it comes to the drone count. I say that, but he does target down some drones.
Yeah, I mean, he's still behind quite a few, but with the Lings in the base of the TheZergLord, he is taking his own damage there. Ooh, even morphing the banelings.
Yeah, they get spotted.
They
though.
are
They're-
spotted though.
They are under.
But that means
Yeah, it
But
means
that means that the Hydras are distracted.
the Hydras are distracted. We see a full surround on 3 queens with the 3 queens going down, and with no spore ready, the mutas are going to be able to go all the way back in. The spore is going to go down.
Yeah, now this base is pretty much forfeit for Erik to destroy. The Hydras are now coming here, but it took them a long time to get from the main base.
You know what's crazy? Erik just killed the ZergLord's third, and Erik still has his own. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's still damage.
That's crazy. Oh my god, the mutas, they once again rotate around. They have the map control. The ZergLord is kind of being forced all in here. Like, he has to make a choice. Is he going to try and reclaim his third and re-drone, or push out across the map? And it's a hard call to make. He's going to take his third, and he's going to chill out at home.
I mean, to be fair, the Zergo's drone count is not bad. It's just the base that he is down. Like, he's severely overdrone on his natural, so he will just transfer the workers when the base is ready. But what does he do from there?
I'm just worried because he is severely overdrone, and that means there's that many more drones to lose here in the natural base. Mutas, they dive in, and it looks like they can get a kill on one of these gas geysers. Maybe a couple more Hydras as well. Hydra speed is going to finish up in a couple of seconds. They will pick off one Muta, at least one.
Yeah, that one Muta had some bad rally. The other one spotted it in time, but yeah, the Mutas are just trying to see what they can do.
Wow, and they get another gas geyser.
Yeah, that definitely has, like, those are those small things, but like they definitely help because, you know, you're limiting the resources of your opponent.
Yeah, are they going to get a third gas geyser at the same time? We do have a bit of a roach counterattack. There is Ling Bane at home to defend. Bearing in mind, these are +1 melee Lings, and they make short work of these roaches, especially when they get us around.
Yeah, there are still Hydras behind them though, but Hydras are fairly squishy, so with the reinforcements, maybe Erik can hold this?
Oh, I mean, you know what, Erik, he turns around with the rest of these mutas, and there are only 6 Hydras. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. GG!
Learning to count with the Ducklings. GG!
Look, I wanted to count it down until the GG, okay? And it kind of worked.
No, yeah, I get it. No, that was a good idea.
GG, well played, Erik. He's crazy. He somehow is able to pull off his hyper aggression, going into 2-base play, committing and actually getting roach. To be fair, I didn't even see if he finished roach speed, but +1 melee did come into play, and he somehow is able to take the 2-0 win over the ZergLord.
Yeah, no, that was really nice from Erik. And as I said, there was absolutely no fear in his play. What do you mean cancel his third? Who cancels a third?
Oh my god. GG, well played. And now the Ducklings are up 4-0. But we still have one series remaining here. We did end up playing Erik versus the ZergLord, which was going to be the final series of the day, which means we still have to play out Vindicta versus Trigger. How does this story end? The pressure is on Vindicta. Papi Migs, what's going on, mate?
For now, he's busy memeing in the chat, from what I can tell.
He is busy memeing in the chat. And Vindicta, the pressure's on because every other Duckling has 2-0'd so far. How well will Vindicta do?
Yes, it did. Because, as we said, we did play these maps out of order because the Brazilian guys wanted to have some free time early. So, even though the score is currently 4-0, that does not mean that the match has to go exactly that way, because, well, once again, we still have the Vindicta versus Trigger.
We do, and it's going to be on Moondance. Something that I'm not too familiar with is the server preference here for our players. So I'm sure they're gonna be helping me sort that out. But yeah, Vindicta versus Trigger. Oh, that's gonna be so good.
Oh yeah. They're definitely becoming a bit of rivals, I would say. Like they've been meeting each other quite a lot.
Oh yeah.
I'm just catching up on what's been happening in the clan chat.
Oh boy.
A lot of GGs being thrown all around. And okay.
Yeah, we're just setting
Looks like
on.
we have a lobby.
Yeah, lobby has been made. Here we go. It looks like US Central is gonna be the server of choice here. letting them know that the casters are ready. And this kind of like takes the wind out of the sails of this series a little bit because of how well Dolan and Erik did. We will win this best of 7. It's already a 4-0. But how hard can we win this best of 7? That's the real question.
How hard can you really have to rub it in, don't you?
Look, this casting is a little bit biased because we're casting our very own team, okay?
Yeah. I mean, it's only fair, right?
Much
but,
love.
but you know, Team Super is a very strong team, and
Yes.
Trigger can still redeem them a little bit here.
100%. As you were saying, Team Super is a terrifying team. They have great players. Chance is an amazing player. The TheZergLord as well. We cast them plenty of times. Likewise, I could say the same about these players here.
And we are looking at the first of them in the top left corner of Moondance. We have the yellow Protoss representing Team Super and Canada. It is Trigger.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Moondance, we have the CranKy Duckling himself, the last remaining Duckling, hailing from the land of America. It is Vindicta.
No proxies. Nothing crazy.
No proxies, no pressure. I mean, Vindicta, I think in current era of the CranKy Ducklings, I would say that he's probably our ace player in many respects. I do think that he is probably the highest rated player on our team currently. Likewise, Trigger, I would say, is the highest rated player on Team Super. So 2 ace players facing off here. That's why when we first saw the lineup, I was like, oh my god, that's so juicy.
Yeah, that's definitely like a very, very nice matchup. Like, as I said, those are 2 highly ranked NA players who have faced in a lot of these like regional tournaments recently. And it will be interesting to see what they can bring today, as we have a quick scout from Trigger. Just checking out what's what.
Do have a little bit of a quick scout here. Probe sneaking behind into the pocket base, being a little bit cheeky. Oh my god, is he gonna go for a proxy Stargate? The Cybercore is about to finish up. Zealot's on the way. Mate, Trigger would do this. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, and Vindicta is one of those people who has some PTSD of getting Protossed.
Asher, look away, Poppy, look away. Vindicta, he confirms the Zealot, he confirms the gases, he confirms that there's only one pylon in the main base. Asher has talked to me about this. We have spoken about proxy Stargate with shield batteries. Trigger did this in ESL Open Cup Americas, and Vindicta isn't checking. He's looking around.
Poppy.
He's looking for the proxy. No! Oh, he's checking!
Poppy, look in your pocket! Yeah, he fights the proxy, but I mean, the buildings are already halfway through, like, being finished, so can he still defend this? He's putting down bunkers, and he has some marines ready.
Yeah.
But is that enough?
That's the question. He has cancelled his natural base. He salvages his bunker as well. Marines are shooting from the high ground. This is important. He's already working on the shield batteries prematurely before the first Void Ray comes out, but there are so many shield batteries.
For a moment, the shield batteries were healing each other.
Yeah.
Did you notice?
Yeah, I noticed. They still are, actually.
Oh, no.
Shield batteries are healing each other. I mean, this is a good thing because, look, 2 shield batteries are already out of energy. 3 more are being thrown down. The first Void Ray is about to come out as well. We have 3 bunkers so far. Is that going to be enough? Because at the same time, a Zealot and an Adept are also working through the front door.
Yeah, so Vindicta has to be careful. He has to manage the front as well as this back of his base. The Void Ray now comes in, and the Marines are all on the front.
Yeah, exactly. The missile turret is not going to finish up. Yeah, the engineering bay did end up completing here, but again, I don't know if this turret is ever really going to finish. Boys are being pulled to help repair. There is a Widow Mine to help defend, and it looks like the first shot is going to be used here on that Zealot.
Yeah, so the Zealot has been getting rid of. The Void Ray is still alive, being like healed by what, 6 shield batteries?
Oh yeah, this Void Ray is not going to die anytime soon. That's the power of the Widow Mine, though. The Widow Mine has a lot of high impact damage, and it can work its way through a Void Ray. Meanwhile, that Adept is still being very annoying, and here we go. The Widow Mine has reset. We have 2 mines now.
That we do. Getting healed just to make sure it's able to fire, and the Void Ray is now on the front, so it may get the shot.
Yeah, exactly. It's just barely out of range as well. The Void Ray, interesting choice to kind of reroute here towards the northern part of the map, but there's a second Void Ray coming out as well. Vindicta's trying to reclaim control of this area. Can he pull it off though? That wouldn't mind. Up! Ooh.
Ooh, nice damage on the Void Ray. He is being recharged, unfortunately, but it will be that much easier to get sniped.
Exactly. Meanwhile, more SCVs are going down. We're down to 18 workers here for Vindicta. Aye. Cyclone is on the way, as well as Magville accelerators. That will also help. But again, so far, 0 Void Rays have gone down. The first shield battery just got taken out.
Yeah, and there's more Void Rays on the way, as they are now denying mining. But the Cyclone...
Yeah, here we go. He does lock onto the weakened Void Ray, so 1 Void Ray will go down. Across snap, we have an NG block on the natural, just to make sure Trigger cannot kind of transition from here. But now we still have 2 Voids. Oh, but the lock on.
Ooh, another lock on. Very nicely done. Unfortunately, the Void Ray is being healed by the shield battery.
Yeah, but again, it does end up using a lot of that energy. Meanwhile, though, this Cyclone has to be so careful not to be caught out here. The Cyclones are so valuable to Vindicta.
Yeah, they definitely are. And Trigger actually decides to expand to the front because of the blocked natural. Ooh, the bunker may fall down, but the CVs are there in time. But this is 3 Void Rays now.
Yeah, 3 Void Rays, that's a lot of firepower. Meanwhile, with these 2 Cyclones, looks like it's barely going to be enough. And he does take down another Void Ray.
Yeah, the shield batteries are all empty now, so the Void Rays are actually in danger.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, meanwhile, another Witherman shot goes off on the Stalker, though, not on the Void Ray. A Cyclone gets targeted down as well. These Void Rays were getting a little bit out of hand, but there we go. They do get forced all the way back, and Trigger is expanding behind this. Looking at the vision of Vindicta, he has no idea. He does have an SCV in the main base, but he hasn't checked the triangular third.
Yeah, and the Void Rays are still there dealing damage, but it doesn't look like Trigger wants to continue this production. He's getting a Twilight Council instead, but they're still keeping Vindicta in his base.
They are containing him, but here we go. Vindicta's finally reclaimed control of his side of the map. Looking at his vision, he has confirmed the location of that expansion, so he knows that his opponent is transitioning. And from here, oh my god, both Void Rays. Oh my god.
The last Void Ray just barely survives, just barely gets out of the range of that lock-on. And now, Vindicta decides it's time to go.
Oh yeah, it's time to move on now, and I don't blame him. Looking at the units tab, we have 3 Stalkers, 1 Void Ray, and 1 Phoenix here to defend for Trigger. We do have Warp Gate, I believe that we do. We have 3 gateways as well. We have a shield battery. We don't have Overcharge. The Nexus doesn't have enough energy.
I would say the Twilight Council is in a fairly forward position. Like,
Yeah.
Vindicta may be able to snipe this blink before it's done.
Oh yeah, it's very possible. Meanwhile, here we go. We have a couple of lock-ons here on the Phoenixes. It looks like 1 Cyclone is going to be going down, and there are just not enough Marines.
Yeah, they're just not enough. The Cyclones alone are not able to deal with all of these Stalkers, and the blink will finish them with that. But the Void Rays are being taken care of.
Yeah, all the Skytoss units will be going down, but Blink should be able to finish here, and GG gets called. Trigger takes the first game for Team Super.
By the way, I like how as this game started, Kerwin comes to the chat, he's like, let's go Vindicta. Wait, why do I tune into this? I'm out later.
Welcome to current StarCraft.
I just like that immediate, like I just imagine Kerwin like opening the door to the room and it's like, hey guys, never mind, just closes the door and leaves.
Aye, GG, well played to Trigger. Again, Vindicta did end up finding the proxy, but it took a while for him to find the proxy, and by the time he did, it was a little bit too late to stop it. He did end up recovering from that position, but we saw him just try to go for a counterattack. He didn't recognize that a natural was being taken quickly either, so it took a while for him to respond. Oh, GG.
I mean, when he did see it, like his responses were pretty nice. Where he did have the bunkers, he did have the Marines, he did get the Widow Mines, the Cycles. Like he was dealing with it decently. It's just that like it was just not enough, you know. Like it was a bit too slow.
Yeah. Again, just as a reminder, like he had to, his like CC was on the way. Like he had to cancel his CC, he had a bunker on the low ground, he had to cancel that as well. Like there was a lot that had to kind of be rerouted when it comes to how he was spending his resources. GG.
Yeah, Mundas is really a tricky map, it looks like. Like we've seen like all these like proxies in the pocket base. We've seen proxy hatches on this map. Like it's definitely becoming a very tricky one in the map pool.
Oh yeah, yeah. It definitely is where, things like this can happen. You can get proxied in your own base. Aye, aye, aye. But we now move on to our second map here, to our second match. The second map of this series. Oh boy, it's going to be Waterfall.
It is, and Waterfall, as we know, is a very, very small map, so we'll see if we're gonna have a lot of aggression this time.
Oh boy, we shall see, because again, Waterfall, very short rushes by ground. It's a very small map in general, does favor aggression, but that goes for both players. That goes both ways.
Yes, indeed. And as we saw in the previous map, Trigger, he can be pretty aggressive if he wants to. But we are now looking at the base of the Red Terran, who spawned in the top right corner of Waterfall, representing the United States, as well as CranKy Ducklings. It is Vindicta.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Waterfall, we have the Canadian Protoss player representing Team Super and putting a point on the board for his team. It is Trigger.
Okay, looks like so far we're playing a regular game. No proxies coming in. Although, I mean, in the previous match, it took a while before Trigger's probe made it there.
It's true. Probe is on the way across the map. I doubt we're going to be seeing another proxy, but let's be honest, every game so far has been pretty aggressive from all of our players. I think the only difference is game one of Dolan versus Chance. Outside of that, we've just been like very short games. Very short games.
And you could argue even that one was fairly aggressive, right? Where Dolan was very decisive about going to the other side of the map.
Yeah, definitely. You're not wrong. But that's why it's so much more important for both of our players to scout each other. Trigger, he confirms that the Rax is here at home. So there's nothing crazy going on here. Meanwhile, Vindicta also going for an SCV scout should confirm, okay, your pylon is at home. You only have one gas. We have a natural as well. Like, we have standard openers.
Yeah, very, very nicely done. Some macro games this time. And we're just gonna have to wait and see what our players will decide for us. Trigger is really blocking this natural here.
Oh my god, yeah, he's being so annoying. Finally, the CC gets thrown down a little bit late, but only a little bit. And at the same time, Vindicta, he's like, you know what, you want to delay my natural? I'm gonna at least delay your mining because a bunker is on the way.
Yeah, interesting position for a bunker. It's not quite the Reaper bunker by the mineral lines, but it still can be quite annoying to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you still deny mining regardless. You don't have that kind of pocket like we have seen in the past, but regardless, the bunker is going to finish. Trigger hasn't seen this at all, so it will finish. So again, at least Vindicta is going to be able to be a little bit annoying.
Yeah, that he will, but he has to be careful not to lose this Reaper straight up.
It's all good. He does get into the bunker in the end. So again, no mining here for Trigger as a result of this. We have to wait for the shield battery to finish, for the Stalker to come over before he can deal with this and force the salvage.
Yeah, so both players just, you know, doing a little bit of annoyance essentially. And actually the second Reaper coming in as well and just meeting the Adept in the middle of the map. Ooh, but this Stalker is hunting it down.
Yeah, Trigger goes for the intercept, but Vindicta is wise to him, so in the end the Reaper is able to barely survive. Looks like the Reaper is going to be looking to try and get into the bunker. Can he make it? Up!
Ooh, he just barely does, but now the Stalkers are being killed by the shield battery, so it will take a long time to take them down.
Yeah, and the SCV gets taken down as well, so there's not going to be any more repairs. There we go, there is that salvage. Reapers get into the main base, but have a hard time getting into the mineral line. They're going to be forced out.
Yeah, the SimCity is really nice there for Trigger, so, I mean, Vindicta does get the information, so that is definitely nice, but he's not able to to do any more damage.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, across the map, you love to see it. Trigger was setting up for a bit of a shade micro there to trigger that Widow Mine. One SCV goes down. Oh, it looks like a second one may go down as well. One shot away. Up.
It's hiding. It's hiding so hard. It actually survives.
It lives.
1 HP.
1 HP. Also, there was some really cute micro there where Trigger, he saw the Widowmine was about to hit his Adept, so his Adept hugged the Reaper of Vindicta for friendly fire, and then Vindicta unbarred the mine, so the mine shot didn't go off, and the Reaper survived.
Yeah.
So a lot of
there's some really nice like micro, like just really nice control from both players.
Yeah. It was really cute. Like not the most impactful of things, but really cute nonetheless. Every unit counts at the end of the day, and Vindicta from here is transitioning into something a little bit different, something a little bit more committed.
Ooh, we do have armory already set up, and we do have a medivac going to the other side of the map.
Yeah, we have a bit of a Widowmine drop headed along the way. Looks like this Reaper is going to be cleaned up in the main base. I don't believe Vindicta knows that there was a robo follow-up, so there is detection available. So this mine drop isn't going to be the most effective mine drop, as there is going to be an observer out. One is already on the map, the other is just about to pop out in the natural.
I mean, even without an observer, this can still do damage, but unfortunately the medivac goes into the vision and it's gonna get sniped.
Oh, it does get sniped with one Widowmine inside. Meanwhile, it looks like a couple of shots are still going to be able to go off, but how good can they really be? How good is the micro going to be as the observer does come back home?
Trigger almost pulled all of his workers back to mining, but just last second he realized the Widowmines are still there.
Yeah, exactly. He was just waiting for his observer, and Trigger lost nothing against all 3 mines. He was able to kill them all without a single shot going off.
Yeah, Vindicta actually cleaned up the observer on the other side of the map, but still Trigger did get some information of what is going on in the Terran's base, and the Stalkers are now gonna try and see if they can push anything.
Yeah, I mean, Vindicta is aware that it was a Twilight Council opener, so he knows about the Blink. He has 1 tank in his main and 1 in his natural, so he is ready for any kind of Blink shenanigans coming his way. Doesn't have a bunker in the main, but it looks like he doesn't need it. He has his Marines, and right now he has to try and find a way to deal damage because he's invested so much in that drop, and it didn't really pay for itself at all, so he's going across the map with a Raven.
Yeah, the Raven definitely can get some damage here. There are no shield batteries in that third base, so he may be able to get a few probes. And there are only zealots to defend, so I don't think they will be able to deal with this.
Yeah, exactly. A couple of probes are going to be going down, some lost mining time as well. Like, this is not the most impactful damage, but it is important nonetheless. 2, 3 probes going down, and the Raven is alive, and it can continue to do this.
I like how it's chilling in the best part of the map.
The waterfall.
The waterfall. I like how Trigger is just warping in more zealots to deal with these turrets. I mean, I guess he can snipe them, so it works.
Yeah, it works. It works. You know, we have charge on the way, extended thermal lens as well. So charge, lots, and Colossi are going to be the kind of composition of choice alongside the Stalkers. Honestly, pretty terrifying. We'll see what Vindicta decides to do with this. He already has a 3rd CC, so he's ready to land it on location once he deals with these Stalkers.
Yeah, now his army, I think, is strong enough to do so. And these Stalkers shouldn't pose too much of a threat, and he's moving out.
Yeah, he has to be careful not to overextend with his medivacs. Oh, there we go, he does pull back with them. One of them almost going down.
Yeah, but, you know, Trigger realizes that his army is a bit too much for him to fight, so he's trying to see what he can get, but for the most part, he's retreating his forces.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get the hell out of there. Again, Vindicta doesn't lose any high value units. Trigger loses a couple of Stalkers, but the rest of his army is on the way. We have 3 Colossi. Extended Thermal Lance is gonna finish up in a couple of seconds. Looks like we won't be ready for this fight, but we have plenty of charge lots.
Oh yeah, that we do. There is another drop coming from Vindicta on the left side of the map, but I mean, I'm not sure how useful it will be. And the Raven is still on the other side.
Oh my god. Meanwhile, Trigger's getting ready for a bit of a pseudo surround here. Zealots are going to be forcing him towards the right. Tank goes down immediately.
Yeah, even gets a hallucination Colossus to make sure to throw some of the fire away. And now it's just the bio against the Colossi.
Yeah, exactly. The Zealots are going to be going down. The Colossi looking a little bit exposed, not going to lie here, but it looks like it's Vindicta. He's waiting for another wave of reinforcements. Vikings are coming on in. Rotor coming in from behind as well. Can he get the Colossus?
They're being microed really well, and the mines are actually coming back to snipe the Colossus from behind, but I don't think they can do it.
Oh, yeah. The War Prism micro is just a little bit too good. A couple of auto types get thrown down, but GG gets called, and Trigger takes game number 2. Does 2-0 Vindicta.
Yeah, so a small victory for Team Super, but regardless, the Ducklings are taking the match.
Yeah, GG, well played to Trigger. Especially this second game, he was looking very dominant in his defense, defending against the Widowmines, defending against the Reaper. It was all looking very, very crisp there by Trigger. Game one was a lot closer. Again, it did come down to Vindicta taking a little bit too long to find out what was going on and where the proxy was. When he found it, he was able to muster a defense, but again, like getting there, he did stumble a little bit. Regardless, GG to Vindicta. You know, he took part here, and even though he wasn't able to take any maps here, I'll be honest, if it wasn't for Vindicta, we wouldn't even be here in the playoffs. So he's still an amazing player in his own right.
Yeah, he's definitely won his fair share of maps throughout this season. He has been an ace before as well, I believe. And yeah, just because, you know, he as I said before, like he's been meeting Trigger a lot, and like those two are really strong players in this region. So, you know, that you win some, you lose some, essentially. Like they're so close in the level that, like, you know, sometimes one of them will take the series, sometimes the other.
Oh yeah, exactly. You know, that's the great thing about our players here, is that they're all able to kind of lift their own weight, you know, in their own rights. You know, whether it's Erik, whether it's Dolan, whether it's Vindicta, whether it's even Starduck. So it's really cool to see them all come together. Again, Starduck wasn't a part of today's match. We wanted to feature Dolan, and Starduck does have uni in the morning. Better be going to bed. Oh my god. So my condolences to Vindicta, congratulations to Trigger, but overall congratulations to the CranKy Ducklings, because of course we are going to be moving on to the semi-finals. Let's go.
Yes, we are, and we can tell you already that the team that we will be facing in the semi-finals is already waiting for us are none other than Platinum Heroes.
Oh. Another team that we have a little bit of history with. Oh my god. Yeah, Platinum Heroes, a very strong team full of very good European players. Let me just quickly double check here what kind of roster they're rocking. They've got players like Art, they've got Iba, they've got Akeron, they've got Botvinnik, they've got Fighting Frog, they've got Rodzin, Hate Me as well. They are a very strong team, and oh boy, they are a very intimidating team, as they came out first in their group, in the group stage.
Yeah, that definitely will be a hard match, but I mean, it's only fitting for the semi-final of the whole season. To remind everybody, to get to Rak'Shir season in the first place, you get there by the placement in other team leagues, such as the Berserker team league. So this is like the playoffs itself, and there is like the playoffs of the playoffs.
Exactly. This is like the season finals. You know, this is the Katowice of BTL, of team leagues online. So yeah, it only gets harder from here. Again, I was also already a little bit nervous coming into this series, going up against Team Super. I know they're so good. They're such a strong team. But I'm very proud of our Ducklings today. Dolan, Vindicta, and Erik, they put in a lot of work, and the games were insane. Even Vindicta's games, like even that one on Moondance, was a lot of fun as well. I know he didn't have too much fun, but...
Oh no, he's gonna be smudging about that one.
The first thing he did, he messaged me on Discord. Smudge!
Yep. I mean, I told you before, after I think it was one of the dream hacks when he did lose to quite a few Protoss players.
Yeah.
He started streaming with like Colossi in the background.
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, this is his life.
I know it happens, and going in against Team Super, we knew that it was going to be the Protoss team, right? Chance, Trigger, Lunacy, Rebellion. Like there's a lot of strong Protoss players on Team Super. So yeah, we kind of knew that going in. At least against Platinum Heroes, we may have a little bit more variety. Maybe, like it's still difficult to call though, because their players are all amazing.
Yeah.
Oh boy, so it's not going to be easy for us. It's never going to be easy, but we are going to be on the road to victory. Oh boy, the first step is already done. We made it to the playoffs. Now we're in the semis. Can we make it all the way to the finals? Let's go.
Yeah, tune in to find out, as I believe our next match should be coming on the next weekend. because typically these team leagues are going week by week, and if the schedule is gonna stick to that, then we should be seeing you on the next Sunday.
Yeah, that we should be seeing you next Sunday, unless we decide to organize on a different day or anything like that. We'll let you know. We'll try and let you know. We'll try and keep you guys updated when it comes to our schedule and all that good stuff. But at least we know our next opponent, and we can start getting ready for them. Yeah, it's just gonna be a little bit difficult to predict who they're gonna field and on what map and all that stuff, just because they have such a wide array of players.
Yeah.
Shout out to the team super captain, by the way. Password was captaining today, and he just messaged me. He said, "I hope your team wins the tournament."
I mean, we hope so too.
Lesson 3, puppy. Lesson 3.
And if you do want to stay up to date with what's gonna happen with this team league, or what's gonna happen with our team, make sure to join our Discord, or follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. We are on all those social medias, but really, Discord is our main place. That's where we have the event schedule, that's where we have all the discussions happening, so make sure you are there if you want to see what happens.
Yeah, make sure you're there if you want to be up to date with all of the Duckling news. Meanwhile, I believe that is it for us for the evening. We do not go all the way to the ace match, as it was not needed. First team to 4 wins, to 4 points on the board, and we were able to get there in the end. Oh boy. And again, as a reminder, next week we are going up against Platinum Heroes. Wish us luck. I'll be honest.
We know quite a few Platinum Heroes players, like not just the pro players, but like a lot of the amateur ones.
Yeah, we do. We have very close ties with Platinum Heroes. I'll be honest, looking at the teams remaining, Platinum Heroes, E-Punks, Berserker Esports, and Psystorm Gaming, I do think that Platinum Heroes is the hardest one amongst them. I do think they are the scariest team right now. Oh boy. So yeah, I think that's going to be our biggest hurdle yet.
I mean, to be fair, we did lose to E-Punks.
We did. Oh, I believe in the rematch, okay?
Okay, no, fair.
We got unlucky, okay?
No, fair.
Oh my god. If you remember, the series against E-Punks was the one where Erik got like cheesed out like in 5 minutes.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
That was a sad time. So yeah, I believe in our ability to come back against E-Punks if we do have a rematch. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for tuning in. I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. Again, if you want to tune into some of the other series that we had in Rak'Shir, they are on YouTube. We try and cast every single week whenever we can. And yeah, thank you so much, Kuro, for joining me today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and thank you, Light, for casting all of these matches together with all the tournaments throughout the week, because Light is a super caster of CranKy Ducklings. There may or may not be a copy pasta about this.
Aye. Yes, we're always here. It's actually 3 a.m. in Australia, 3 a.m. So gonna be going to bed soon. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for tuning in. Kuro, do you want to let them know where can they find more of you? Who are you, Kuro? Who are you?
I am the greatest casting Jersey because I'm the only one. And when I'm not casting, I'm typically doing some behind the scenes work for CranKy Ducklings, so make sure to join the Discord and see what I'm up to. But when I'm not doing that, I'm also streaming at Twitch TV/16 Squad Sanseki, so make sure to check that out, as I want to stream Stray soon again.
There you go. Check out 16 Squad Sanseki. She will be streaming Stray at some point, the lovely cat game. Meanwhile, you can follow me at light_VIP. I have been streaming throughout the week. I try to stream every single day. My own personal ladder sessions. I've been having a hard time, let me tell you, against Terran. It's a hard life. But I'm on my way, on my road to 4.5k. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying my best to break into Masters 2. We'll see if we can. But yeah, if you're only interested in our casting, then check us out here on the CranKy Ducklings Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Check out our YouTube channel as well. All things CranKy Ducklings. Quack. I also wanted to give just again a special shout out to Dolan, because Dolan is the latest duckling. And
Yes.
yeah, he did really well for himself. He really impressed us. I didn't.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I didn't really know what to expect coming into this from Dolan, especially going up against Chance, who's considered to be a very strong player. So I was a little bit worried, but yeah, Dolan, he definitely proved himself.
Yeah, he looked very strong in his series versus Chance, and we can only hope that this trend continues.
Oh yeah, I hope so. Meanwhile, we're going to be heading off here for the night. We're going to be giving someone a bit of a raid. I did just notice Chicken Man just went live with Cock of the Walk, so we're going to give him some love. A fellow foul.
Isn't it the 100th one?
It is number 100.
Yeah, number 100 is a special edition of Cock of the Walk where he actually invited previous champions.
Oh.
So it's like the true gauntlet of Cock of the Walk.
Oh my, I'm curious. What kind of roster are we seeing here? They've got Max Pax, Nina, Chem, Ratata, Björn, Goblin, and a special invitational Cock of the Walk. That's a lot of really good names, a lot of really good players. Check it out.
They are.
Oh boy. As we head off,
send him some quacks, as we are fellow birds.
yes, send him some quacks. Kuro, do you have anything else you want to add before we head off?
F in Erik stands for fear.
We'll see you guys later. Ciao.